Now we're going to rebuild the front Honda RUCKUS brake along with the pads, and that will be in two parts. The first part will be the armature and the clamshell operation along with the spring. And the second part will be turning the brake over and putting in the shoes and the speedometer guts and things like that. Now this is where it gets tricky. What I mean by tricky is it's not hard. You have to put it together one way. And that's why it's good to have a video or a camera, or basically have your Honda service manual to do it. And since I've only got one hand, first thing I've done is I've totally cleaned up everything. I've taken out most of the grease. You won't get the grease off that worm gear. You don't really want to take it off, all of it. What you want to do is just get the dirt out. That maybe it's not really dirt. It's just disintegrated brake pad that the heat has done. Second thing I've done is I've taken my anti-seize right here. I put a little bit on a Q-tip right here, and I've gone in here, and I will go in here too, but I've also gone on the other side of this peg right here. My shadowing isn't too good. So first thing we want to do is put in the arm right here, and like there was that little white dot that I showed you. That will go. Let's see if we can do this one-handed. That's the problem doing things one-handed. We'll get a tripod. Well, I am the tripod, all right. So blow me. I don't like tripods. See, if I'm the narrator, I have to be static in not static, but mobile in everything I do. I have to be able to use this camera as my eyes to the world, so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm not doing something way over here and you can't see it, or doing something way over here and you can't see it while I'm trying to explain it. Alright. Now we put that in. This can either go in two ways. It can go in like this or like this. It looks the same on this side, but not on the other side, which is important. Then we turn it over like this. Now you see where the pin is pointing? We have our little triangle here. The pin is pointing that way. The alignment mark. If we turn this over, you can see where our stationary pin is on the left and our pivot is on the right, and you can see where it lines up, just like that. Okay? Now, this is the dance that you have to do to put it in correctly. The second thing that we put on is the felt dust. This keeps out dust and water and things like that. Honda has developed that. It's really worked well for them. The next thing we put on is the spring. In order to do it, and I've worked this out, this part right here goes in the hole. Okay? You just put that on there and leave that on there. Now the spring will be under tension when I go to pull on it like this, going that way, but I'm not going to put that on until the very last thing. The next thing we put on is the little, let's see if we can get this under the light. This is your wear indicator, and it's just like the back brake. I don't know if you can see this. If you look very closely, none of my fingernails, sorry about that, you will see that everything is splined except for one place that's got a wide spline in it, which is right, you can see it, I put it right next to that wire. So it will only go on right where that white line is. Okay? Goes on like that, like this. And that shows you, if you look carefully, it shows you where if this were turned farther, whoops, it'll show you how well the brake is worn. Okay. The next thing we have to do is line this up, which is a pain in the ass.